This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by Sega's Empire Total War, GoDaddy.com, Netflix,
and Diggnation action figures, complete with Alex, Kevin, Prager, Puss Kittle, and Hippie Glenn. Collect them all.
Hippie Glenn Bong and Pipe Accessories sold separately.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hello everybody and welcome to Diggnation episode number 190. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the hottest user-submitted stories on the social news website, dig.com. That's D-I-G-G.com.
That's right, we are here in San Francisco. And I have to say, we're drinking some Fat Tire, or fizzy tea, as we like to call it here, which I just made that up. It's nice to have beer again. I feel like the last couple episodes we've had like tea, haven't been a little under the weather.
We've got a big live show in Austin, Texas.
Oh, that's right.
That we
South
have to-
by Southwest.
South by Southwest. That is going to be a party. We have to save our livers for that.
And by saving, we're going to do that March 14th
Yep.
at Stubbs.
At
It's going to be kind of
I
crazy.
think it starts at 5 p.m.
What?
Doors
No.
open at like 6 or 6:30.
Doors
or
open 6:30, and then the show I think goes on at 8:30.
But there's going to be a show before it, which is going to be
Yeah, Scam School's coming on
before, which she does all kinds of crazy things on stage.
If you haven't seen a Scam School, you haven't lived.
You want to come early.
Yeah.
You want to come early. It's going to be fun.
Big capacity though, not like Hollywood.
Yeah,
We're gonna have
full.
like
They-
1,500,
No, like 1800.
1,800.
So feel free.
if you're there,
all
get
ages.
there.
Yeah.
All ages.
All ages, woot.
So everyone,
as it were.
if you're anywhere near Austin, make the commute, come on out, party with us, and it'll be a good time.
Is that your computer that's making
Yes,
that noise?
it's heating up. Oh, people were asking me why.
It's like, did the AC just kick on, or is that?
It's the computer fan. People were asking me why I have this laptop. I have it because I didn't. I bought a new one.
Right.
And this is kind of like my Diggnation laptop, and that's my work one.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. This has all my Diggnation stuff on it, and that has all my work stuff on it.
Speaking of which,
Windows 7.
Windows 7. What is up, bitches?
So what do you think?
Well, so far, I'm extremely impressed. I had Vista on this machine, and it was fine. I mean, there was nothing, it worked.
It looks so much cleaner.
It's way cleaner. Dude, and look, that is Firefox running.
It looks like it's faster, too.
It is so snappy. I'm serious. It's actually really snappy. It boots up like that. There's no
Right.
like pre-booting or any of that shit. I haven't really screwed around too much with it. I just installed it a little while ago, so it's not like...
There's no pre-booting. Like Vista's like preparing to boot.
It does, dude. You joke, but if you turn on a Vista, I turn on my machine and I leave.
I got it back there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's got some really cool stuff. Yeah, pretty smooth. Little Alt
it's
or
pretty awesome.
click and slide up
Ooh.
gives you the context menu, so you can see the different pages. So like if you have different windows of this open, so like if I do new window, see how it's like layering there, and then I just click and drag straight up, and it gives me that. Or if I hold just over it, it shows me all of the
Wait a second.
windows.
We're talking about all this stuff.
Look at it, and look. As I hover over, it changes. So the preview itself actually shows the thing that I want
Is Prager zoomed in?
the thing. I don't know if he is, but so it's pretty badass.
It is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and the
So-
Alt tab up will let you like pin, so I can take things off. I can close all the windows. Boing. Oh, I don't want to close that one. No, cancel.
It was close to Diggnation.
Dude, Vista's ease of use almost fucked me.
And
I mean, by
Windows 7.
Vista, I mean Windows 7.
So here's the deal. One thing, my favorite feature, as stupid as this sounds, about Windows 7, lower right-hand corner,
Yeah.
all white icons.
Yeah, kind of cool,
Like
huh?
no more nasty, like 100
Yeah.
different weird.
Because that's not where your eye is supposed to go.
Yeah, it's kind of an aesthetic thing that I just think is so much cleaner.
Yeah, and there's some really good stuff. I like that it kind of like, I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff. I haven't even really screwed around with it. The widgets are now anywhere. You can place them anywhere on your desktop, so you don't have to have that bar. You know.
can do that too with the other.
Vista was a bar over here.
Yeah, there was a bar, but you could place them anywhere. There.
Oh, okay, my one apps.
Anyway, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And
So I'm
can
gonna-
you shrink that bar if you go all the way in the far right? Can you like pull it to the side? Do that again? Oh, that's just show that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What bar are you talking about? You mean
I thought
the
it was gonna
main?
go like suck it to the side.
I don't know. Maybe it is. There probably is a command that I don't know of it.
Cool stuff,
Speaking
though.
of commands that I don't know, what's the command to buy one of these?
Diggnation
What?
beer mugs.
Are you kidding me? Look at that.
Store.revision3.com.
Yep.
that right, Barry?
Store.revision3.com.
That or revision3.com/store.
Now is that cold or is that frosted?
It's cold, so it's clear-ish. But it's also frosted glass. So it's frosted glass, if that makes sense.
Oh, it is frosted.
Right.
And it's also frosted.
It's like Frosted Flakes.
It was in the freezer, and it's frosted glass. So it's frosted glass.
So if it wasn't frozen, it would look still similar.
It would still look
be
frosted.
But it wouldn't be frosted.
It wouldn't be
It's one of
cold
those
to the
things.
touch.
Jeff from TRS loves this stuff, which is the things that are like sentences that consist of one word. So like frosted. So it's like a frosted glass. So like police, this is the one that I love, and try to think about how this makes sense. So police. That's a sentence, right?
Ah.
But then you could say police.
Or you could say,
Right?
you could say watch.
Yeah, I think that works too.
The first two do, definitely.
First two do. The watcher watches watching. Anyway, so head over to store.revision3.com. There's also really cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff on there. It's like a freaking Chuck and the Revision 3 unisex.
Oh, and by the time this is out,
That's not Chuck.
we might have a
Oh, there he is.
Diggnation
Love it.
Who are these people? Who's this?
That is one of our interns who works with the IT team.
Nice. The ITT team.
The ITT team.
Cool.
I love it. All right, well, shall we get into the shizo?
Let's
As
do
were?
it.
All right, first story. First story is one that I'm interested to hear your thoughts on. When a Mac fanboy meets Bill Gates, ... 6,001 people dug this story, submitted by Go Leopards 1. Awkwardness ensues. So this is a small picture of our wayward friend Kevin Rose standing next to
That's just a bad picture.
the William Gates Sr. I don't know what that means. So what was it like? So you went to the TED conference. Did you speak at the TED conference?
No.
Or did you just go? And what was it like meeting Bill Gates? That's
Well,
crazy, right?
TED is a crazy conference to begin with. It's
Yeah.
just nuts. What TED is?
It was in Long Beach. I should have gone.
in
I
Long
didn't realize
Beach.
it was in Long Beach.
It's freaking awesome. So TED is really nuts in that it's like it's a very small group of people.
It's technology, education, and design. Is that what it stands for?
Entertainment design.
Entertainment and design. Technology, entertainment, and design.
I believe so, yeah.
Conference, yeah.
And so basically, it's a very small group. And once you go there, everyone's just like kind of standing around, walking around.
Yeah.
And they're very open to talking to you because it's like the conference has to invite you to go.
Gotcha.
And so if you get an invite to go, everyone assumes that like you're there for some reason cool.
Right,
Like there's
right.
people that are like trying to cure cancer. There's people who are working in the environment. There's
Right.
like everyone's there from
So
representing
underachievers.
different industries. Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of like just walking around and like Larry Page from Google is
Yep.
there and like all these guys are just right here and I'm like, oh shit, should I go up and talk to these guys? This was a lunch that Chris Anderson, the guy that puts on the conference, invited me to. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, I don't know, there was about 10 of us there. Mm-hmm. And Gates and Larry Page were two of the guys. And then I guess these guys get together every year for lunch, but they invited two new people two new people this time.
Yeah.
And it was myself and Evan Williams, my buddy Ev, who started Twitter.
Oh, that's funny.
And so like I get there and I'm just like sitting down and it's like all these executives from these crazy companies.
Yeah.
Like Dean Kamen and all those guys.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there at the table. I'm like, this is.
You're like, what am I
weird,
doing here? I gotta get out of here.
Exactly. And then Evan walks in and like we're bros and like we're both about the same age, And I look across to him, like give him that look, like what the fuck, like why are you here?
Yeah.
But Gates was cool. I mean, he was really nice. He was just he was like he had heard of Dig and he was like, hey, nice to meet you, and he shook my hand and we were talking at lunch about about how to spread videos virally around the net, and about how people are reforwarding things. Like the new reforward is like retweet, and talk about how Dig and Twitter help spread videos out there. And, and he got in on the banter and was like going back and forth, and like we're sitting there having dialogue because he's sitting across from me, and like I'm not arguing with him, but we're like going back and forth. And then all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit! Like
you're like, that's Bill Gates from Microsoft.
I know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that he likes to joke around. He's funny. He's cool.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't put off that vibe of like I'm better than you or anything like that. He was just there to have a good time. It was pretty awesome.
That's very interesting. Very interesting.
But so that was like my highlight of the trip. I thought that was cool. But the talks at TED.com, if you haven't had a chance,
they're mind blowing, and they cover so much random stuff. Like I watched the one on the neuroscientist who had a brain seizure.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one.
Had a stroke, and she literally talks through what it's like to have a stroke, knowing full well that you are a neurosurgeon or neuroscientist that studies strokes, so she knows exactly why things are happening, and she's noting these things in her mind, like, oh, I understand him, but he doesn't understand me. That's interesting. That's what it's like when people are talking who have had strokes. You know what I mean? Yes. It was really cool, and Jill Bolt Taylor?
Yes. So go to TED.com, click on Talks, and then type in...
It's My Stroke of Insight.
My Stroke of Insight. Or you can just type in stroke in the search, and it should be the first one, but the name of it is My Stroke of Insight.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't know if you agree with this, but it's one of the best talks I've ever seen in my entire life.
Agreed.
Regardless of the TED conference.
Agreed.
You'll just be floored.
Who does the TED conference?
Well,
is it just like a select group of people that just started it themselves?
It's actually been going on for about 25 years now.
Oh, interesting.
It's been around for a long time, and you can watch some of the really old talks. Like they just had their 25-year anniversary, and like, I mean, this is the place where like they launch a lot. Like I remember, was it Negroponte talking about like the mouse, and this is like in the early 80s or late 70s, and he's like, soon we'll be using this device that will go like this, and like everyone's like, oh, mouse.
Everyone's like, boo, boo.
It's like one of these things.
Burn him, he's a witch.
Dude, I saw some, exactly. It sounded like some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And dude, I saw the craziest stuff there. Okay, so I just got to tell you this one little quick story. There's this guy that gave this talk at TED this year that has been researching geckos for a long time. And he's trying to figure out how they crawl up walls, and they can stick to anything. Well, they found out that under a crazy microscope that it's billions of these little hairs.
He's like, hey, what do you want us, Daddy?
No,
that's a crazy microscope.
It's billions. It's billions of these little hairs that can act like Velcro and stick to anything. Anyway, he created a synthetic version of this and tested them out for the first time. And I kid you not, there's this lady. They hooked her up to a harness, took her to a flat wall. She had the sticky hands on her hands and feet, and climbed straight up the wall like freaking Spider-Man, dude.
What? Was that videotaped?
Hasn't been released yet. But dude, I bet you in 10 years, there's going to be gloves that we're going to be able to put on and like run outside and just be like up the side of a wall.
Dude, Spider-Man exists.
Like I saw it right there on the video. It was so crazy, and they had it out in like the thing to go try out in the main area.
Did you try it?
No, I didn't try it. I couldn't find it.
Why
I was looking
wouldn't you?
for
Are you kidding me? You're Climb Man.
I know.
You could free climb anything.
There's so much shit to see though. It's like it's pretty cool. Anyway,
that's cool, man.
Fun times.
Technology, Entertainment, and Design Conference. Thank you, Glenn. You're welcome, hippie. Well, good story. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your story.
Next story of the day.
Oh, no, I didn't see this. I've been...
Go
ahead. We'll do the story introduction, and then I'll tell about how...
Sony releases new stupid piece of shit that doesn't fucking work. 4,373 people took the story. It's been by D2002. So this is Sony's new stupid piece of shit that doesn't fucking work. Let's take a look.
Okay, let's take a look.
Tech-savvy consumers are lining up today to be the first to purchase Sony's brand new stupid piece of shit that doesn't do the goddamn thing it's fucking supposed to. Onion News Network Tech Trends reporter Jeff Tate has more.
Thanks, Brandon. It's being called the biggest fucking waste of your hard-earned money to come along in years. Sony's new stupid box thing hit the shelves at crowded malls and overpriced electronics stores around the country today.
It's got a whole bunch more memory and megapixels and whatnot than any of the other TV shit that I already have. I can't wait to get home and spend my whole fucking night trying to figure the goddamn thing out.
If you can somehow claw and bite your way through the impossible to open packaging, this stupid piece of shit offers a wide variety of frustrating as hell functions, including flashing random fucking words and numbers on its display screen, not coming with the fucking little doohickey thing it's supposed to, and being goddamned ass backward as fuck. Sony spokesman Alan Compton said the company designed this sucking fucking goddamn thing to make everyone in the modern home want to tear their fucking eyeballs out.
We listened hard to what our customers said they wanted the most out of their own home entertainment system. And then we pumped out this impossible to use fucking piece of shit.
Anyone mystified by the device's numerous extraneous features can scroll through the interactive help menu, a labyrinthine maze of indecipherable topics of use to fucking no one.
We want people to be screaming in unison from houses across the country. Work, work, you cocksucking piece of shit. What is wrong with you? Why can't you work like a normal machine?
With a $100 million nationwide campaign to plaster irritating ass advertisements for the retarded hunk of garbage every single goddamn place you look, Sony is expecting it to become the next fucking gizmo you absolutely have to fucking own if you don't want to feel like a toothless hillbilly living in some hillbilly shack somewhere.
I love bullshit like this. Basically, I'll buy any goddamn thing that I see in an ad.
The fucking piece of shit is available now. So run out and pick one up and invite all of your friends over to see if any of them can figure out this motherfucking time vampire. Unless one of them is a rocket scientist, Sony pretty much guarantees they'll have no chance. For the Onion News Network, I'm Jeff Tate.
Thanks, Jeff. Sony says they plan to release an upgraded 800-gigabyte version of this piece of shit by the end of the year, just when you figured out the goddamn remote control for this one. It never ends, this shit.
Dude, how awesome was that?
Bruh, first off, the Onion videos have become one of my favorite things ever.
Oh, absolutely.
The mouse wheel, the Mac wheel.
Yeah.
Did you see the World of Warcraft?
Yeah,
Yes.
Bro, the World of Warcraft, genius.
I know.
These guys are freaking genius.
They put so much production value and time into like creating these.
Oh, but here's the thing. This is an example of, usually on the web you get sort of, there's two types of videos, right? Really smart and funny videos and really well produced videos.
And there's three, and there's random acts of strange funny shit.
Right, now that stuff I kind of put, but I mean like produced video.
Produced, right.
Like I have a joke idea, I'm gonna make a video about it. You either
College Humor's gotten really good at that, the Onion's
College Humor's gotten really good at that, but College Humor is sort of low on the production side. They're sort of like, let's just do it, you know what I mean? But the Onion is this weird mix that is, I think, pretty rare on the internet, which is high quality, well produced, really funny.
Right, and not kids.
Because even Saturday Night Live's like digital shorts will fall flat oftentimes.
Did you see Jizz My Pants?
Right. Jizz My Pants and Lazy Sunday. They put one out every week or every 2 days. Yeah, there's tons of them that just go.
College Humor just watched a TV show on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it's just, it's like a sketch show. But dude, for my money, the Onion, their videos own. I've yet to see an Onion video that I thought wasn't funny.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they tend to do it well. At least the last couple ones that I've seen are around tech topics,
which is perfect because that's the people who are forwarding this shit.
I know, totally. And who's not going to watch that shit?
Dude, World of Warcraft, genius.
Genius.
The Apple, going after the Apple fanboys, it's genius.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
It is great shit.
Anyway, speaking of not good, whatever that means. Next story, teens. Excuse me. Oof, wow, we haven't had beer in a while, have we? I'm all burpy McGinnis. Oh, and it smells like tuna fish. It's bad. It's all bad. There's a lot of bad in that. Teen stabbed, but makes it to job interview. 2,983 people dug this story, submitted by Big Toe 1340. A 16-year-old Toronto student showed some real grit Wednesday and really impressed some potential employees, says the Canadian Press. Despite being stabbed in the leg, he showed up for a job interview instead of going to the hospital. Give that kid a job and a raise, you bastard.
How bad was his stab, though?
Bad enough, pretty bad.
Really?
In the leg. Stab. Yeah, it was a stabbing. So he was at school, and there was this stabbing. He and another kid were stabbed in high school, and they like locked the high school down. But he left because he was like, "I got a job interview at 1. I got to get out of here."
Well, it must not have been that bad.
It said later lost the leg. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I made it up.
I read this article. I'm like,
You're like, what? It's so much shorter than that. I mean, maybe it was just a flesh wound.
But still.
Well, the reason why, because the interviewer was sitting there talking to him and then goes, bro, your leg is bleeding. He was like, oh yeah, I was stabbed on the way over here. And he was like, go to the fucking hospital.
How can you not hire that kid? Well, you might not want it because he's a little mental.
Well, yeah, the guy got into a stabbing fight.
Right.
Like,
Number one, he got into a stabbing fight. Number two, he's coming to work bleeding. You know what I mean? That's a little red flag for me.
Why did he get stabbed?
Right. Why did he get stabbed? Maybe he's doing something shady.
And it's a veterinary clinic he was going to work at.
He's trying to steal the horse tranquilizers.
Thank you. He was like, I'll just sew myself up when we're done.
Hippie tried that shit one time. Never?
Oh! Hippies tried horse tranquilizer. This is his reaction. He's like, hippies tried that, and he goes, yeah, no, I didn't. And we were like, you didn't? And he was like, no. Nah. Look at him. He's like, I'm gonna get arrested. I can see the lying.
Speaking of,
I watched Lie to Me. I know what telltale signs you're giving off. I don't know what that means. What's up?
Are we going to the next story?
Yeah, which is sort of strangely ironic. It's a lot about tranquilizers.
8,184 people dug the story submitted by Maki Maki. Michael Phelps should not apologize for smoking pot. Plastered all over the internet right now is a photo of Michael Phelps smoking marijuana out of a bong. Phelps struck another blow to the myth that marijuana smokers are lazy couch potatoes. Here's a guy who won more gold medals than anyone in history, and obviously his health and accomplishment has not been hindered by smoking pot. So this is interesting.
So interesting. You don't think that he should apologize for being caught smoking pot?
Well, here's the deal. Well, all these sponsors pulled out from underneath him.
Right. Which I get that. I mean, if you're Subway and you're like, I want to be family friendly, and the guy, it's like the Dell guy who got stopped smoking pot and was like, yeah, you're out, even though everybody knew he did. Come on, that guy was.
Yeah, but the Dell guy's a little bit different. Like, the Dell guy was an actor that was doing a Dell commercial, and they were like, oh, you can no longer be the actor for. It wasn't like he had done anything.
What about a basketball star? Like, they've done basketball players have gotten caught beating hookers, and they're like, you're
basketball
out.
players have got smoking pot too. Caught smoking pot.
And the sponsors are like, no.
What I'm saying is, I think that I mean, our president has admitted to smoking pot. Like, this is something.
I would go out on a limb and say he does not anymore.
Right.
Now that he wants to be president.
I think that there's a lot of kids that in their college years, and remember Phelps is only like 23 or whatever, and he was at a college dorm. I don't think this is an uncommon thing.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I think it's pretty much been proved that this doesn't really cause any damage.
That's been proven?
I mean, the man's an Olympic freaking, he holds more gold medals.
Well, we're also making a giant assumption about Michael Phelps, which is he is a pothead. We're saying he got caught smoking weed. That doesn't mean that he is the guy who wakes up when he's like preparing for his Olympic meets and burning a few and then swimming in the pool, and that's why he's such a great swimmer.
I had a friend in high school that we would go up snowboarding with, and he would smoke when he was snowboarding, like smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
And he was the best snowboarder I have ever hung out with.
I'd be shocked if there were many sober professional snowboarder or skateboarders or surfers.
I'm just saying, like, all of us were like, holy, like, we couldn't believe that he was like doing this, and like, to me, it seems like a dangerous thing, like run into a tree kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
well, you go limp real easy.
I don't know. It just made him an amazing snowboarder. Like, I'm not condoning drugs. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, in this kid's particular case, he was just like. I mean, he started competing after that, but I don't think that it caused him to...
What would you say if he was caught, like, driving drunk?
That's worse.
Michael Phelps was caught driving drunk like 4 years ago.
But that was before he got the sponsorships, probably.
Right.
But I mean, like, I'm just trying to think about, like, because I feel like, first off, when somebody is sponsoring, especially like a sports star, they're not really sponsoring, like the actor thing, I get it, you're just like a spokesman for the thing. But when they're sponsoring, so when you're sponsoring a professional at his job, you are sponsoring the life of the person.
Right.
And if the life of the person becomes apparently out of sync with your product, I don't see any problem with them saying that's not the person that we would like to be going forward with our company. Does that make any sense?
Right, but I guess
I don't think he needs to apologize, but he also shouldn't be surprised if Subway goes, we would rather have a celebrity who didn't do drugs be our spokesperson. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel bad. I feel like it sucks that he got this stuff pulled, whereas if he had just gone, hey, bro that just took my picture with the fucking bong, could I borrow your camera for a second?
Well, I guess I'm just
You know what I
wondering.
mean?
I'm just wondering, is it worse that he was? I mean, if someone's drunk driving, and they get caught. Would Subway have pulled the sponsorship campaign?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably.
Probably. You're probably right.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I'm just
if
wondering,
he was
like,
caught in Vegas having sex with. If he had a scandal where he got some girl pregnant, nothing illegal about it. Just got some girl pregnant and was like, oh man, it was this one time in Vegas. Nothing illegal about it. I could see Subway going, you know what? Thanks, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's the severity of what he's doing. I think it's just that when
it's the fact that it's illegal. Because
no, I think it's the fact that Subway wants to have the person that they are sponsoring and selling their, fucking chicken steaks or whatever, live a certain lifestyle.
Well,
and that lifestyle is what they're asking for to represent their product. And that if that lifestyle changes,
that's
legal or not
bullshit.
legal. Why is that bullshit? That's exactly why they have
Okay.
people like him sponsored by Subway.
McDonald's pulled their sponsorship from Phelps.
Right.
They make the McRib. And I saw this on Current. There was a great rant.
McDonald's doesn't care about healthy. But do you ever see fat people in McDonald's ads?
I see stoners at McDonald's eating a fuck ton of their hamburgers. They're gonna get pissed and stop eating there.
We all know that if McDonald's really wanted to speak to their audience, they would have fat stoners buying fucking McRibs and just eating 1,000 of them at a time as their ad and say, "See, we feed you."
Right.
But that's not what they want. They want the mom who goes, you know what, it's not too bad to have McNuggets, Sam. And now guess what? My parents took me to McDonald's. I can't stop eating Big Macs.
Right. I guess
that is in me for life. That is in me.
The only thing that bothers me about this whole thing is that I think that people are making such a big deal out of it.
I don't think it's a big deal at all.
And I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. If the dude, I think there's a lot of people out there that like to say, be that like holier than thou kind of thing,
100%,
and say that's the worst thing ever.
Dude,
and like it's like they make it seem like he's doing crack cocaine.
I
or something.
agree with you 100%.
It's a freaking plant.
I could give two shits if he smokes weed all the fucking time. But on the other side, I don't see any reason why people should be mad at Subway or McDonald's or whatever saying we don't want the guy who represents our product to be a guy who smokes marijuana.
I kind of like the fact that there's that transparency, though. I mean, obviously he didn't come out and wasn't like he didn't want this to come out.
Well, I have a feeling.
I don't know. I just like the fact that like if I was at the like side store, like the corner store, and there was there was like a Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Bro, can I go down to the side store and get me a beer real quick?
Let's say there's a Ben and Jerry's ice cream that is like Hippie Glen ice cream or something like that, or like a Pro Phelps Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Like I'm not gonna not buy that because he's sponsoring it.
Right, you wouldn't. But
you think there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't buy it because he's...
I don't think that, but I can understand the fear of the person who makes that product going, you know what? Why stack the deck even if there's a perceived, and that's the thing.
The perceived thing is that stoners like things that taste good.
Now that is definitely true. They also
if that's the case,
no, but the other perceived thing, the other perceived thing is that stoners eat shit that you would never eat not stoned.
That's true.
They're like, let's put fucking rocks on this thing and see what it tastes like.
It's not that one's not ice cream. It's like chocolate, Doritos, and rocks.
Right.
And you're like, what the fuck?
And you're like, made by stoner for stoners.
Right, totally.
You ever have a toasted donut?
See? Stoner. What the fuck are you talking about? So all I'm saying is,
Glenn just stopped and said, "You ever had a toasted donut?
It's fucked up. Tastes like rocks.
Is it good?
Yeah, because if it's like a stale donut, you're like, oh, this donut sucks. If you cut it in half and put it in the toaster, it's like a brand new donut.
Shut the fuck up.
See, now no sober person would discover that.
That is brilliant, though.
I agree.
The man is taking a dead donut and turning it into something delicious.
I agree. You know what? You know what's delicious?
Glenn
is.
You know what? Glenn needs to make his own fucking line of stoner food.
Bro, you could make a ton of money. I'm not saying that you can't make money. I'm just saying I get that Subway doesn't want to be the stoner food guys.
Dude, Kellogg's is. That's what they made fun of him for on Saturday Night Live.
Kellogg, that's actually not a bad idea that Kellogg could be like, are you high? Is it 12 o'clock at night? Have a bowl of cereal. All right, anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Before we get to our last story.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. Let's talk about our sponsors. So super excited. Sega's new game Empire Total War is sponsoring Diggnation. Control the sea, command armies, forge a new nation, conquer the globe. Empire Total War takes the Total War franchise to the 18th century, bitches. To a time of perpetual war. So 1, Road to Independence campaign. So you take charge of the American Revolution, revolting against the British. And the campaign improves accessibility to the game by gradually introducing advanced features over time. This actually looks like a really cool game. There are over 30 in-game factions, encompass all the world's major superpowers, including the United States of America. 2, real-time new 3D naval warfare. I'm very excited to see how this plays out. I saw a little bit of this at E3. Player controls single ships or the vast fleet with destructible sails as well as cannons, musket action. Nobody is against musket action. Boarding raids and more. Empire Total War is based on a newly created Windows XP compatible DX10 graphics engine. Obviously the DirectX 10 graphics engine, which is very cool. Players will experience real-time seascapes, dynamic weather, a new advanced landscape and flora system, which means plants.
Does it have multiplayer?
It has brand new multiplayer modes, my friend. Player vie for a place at the top of the rankings to join a league and ladders for even more gameplay challenges. Very exciting. Check it out when it comes out.
When does this come out?
In not 6.
March 3rd.
March 3rd. That's
can
what
we
I meant.
get a copy so we can play it?
Yeah.
March 3rd. Done.
TotalWar.com.
TotalWar.com. Thank you, Sega.
Netflix. Thanks to Netflix for sponsoring in this episode of Diggnation. With Netflix, you can rent over 90,000 titles, including lots of Blu-ray titles like Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke, with free shipping both ways to your home. One of Glenn's favorite movies. Do you like that movie?
It was an autobiography, I think, of Glenn, right?
Do you like Cheech and Chong?
At a time.
At a time.
Probably not now.
Yeah.
I know, okay. They have over 40 shipping centers. Some deliveries happen in just one business day, and Netflix plans start at just $4.99. As a new member, you get a no-risk 2-week free trial membership. Check it out, www.netflix.com/Diggnation. Remember to use the www when entering this code. Go.
Nice. Do you want to go, Daddy?
I can
Go for it.
I can bang it
Go
out?
for it. Go for it. Bang it. Bang it.
I just bought a new domain from GoDaddy.
What was it called? You don't remember?
I can't tell you. I will tell you.
I can't tell you.com is
in 2
actually a
weeks.
really good idea.
I will tell you in 2 weeks. It's a new little thing I'm trying.
Ah.
From GoDaddy. Get reliable, secure web hosting without a long-term contract. GoDaddy hosting plans are bigger and better than ever with 99% uptime and free 24/7 support with no annual commitment. Plus, enter the code DIG3 when you check out and get register your domain for just $7.49. Dude. I always never remember the dig code on at GoDaddy.
Bro.
Do you know what I mean? I tried them. I'm like, dig 2, dig 1, because it's always kind of 1 of 4.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is. Where is
Revision3.com/GoDaddy.
Oh, it has the current code? Nice.
Smart.
Revision3.com/GoDaddy for the latest code. Get your piece of the internet, GoDaddy.com.
All right. Also, back by popular demand, Bertman Roy is back with Pixel Perfect. Learn how to do really cool things with photos, arts, and image on Photoshop, Illustrator, and other cool applications. You can catch full episodes Monday, 12 noon, 9 East Pacific.
People don't know this, but we're actually better Photoshoppers than Bertman and Roy, 2 of us.
We should do a Bertman Roy v. us Photoshop challenge and watch us get freaking destroyed by Bertman
We
Roy.
should. That would be awesome.
I'd be like, Bert, I'm going to do this. And
We
then
could
all
do
of a sudden,
cool
it was like, yeah, but he's going to turn around and be
Watch
like,
this.
Here's an artistic replication of yourself.
Bertman Roy's head in my hands.
Yeah, but see, that's just telling the guy editing the show to do that.
Look at that. See how it disappeared? Can someone make sure that actually happens to get to the show?
No,
Otherwise my hands are just going to be here like up
Don't
in the
do
air.
it. Don't, editor,
No, come
don't do
on,
that.
please put it in.
Put freaking Paris Hilton or somebody in there. Hang him out to
No,
dry.
I got
All right.
skills.
Dramatic cupcake dog revelation. 1,958 people dug this story, submitted by It's me. Masky de Maron, 23. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
So
This is one of my favorite videos in a long time.
Now let me ask you this: was there a dramatic Was there a video before this? Dramatic Dog Cupcake?
Dude, Dramatic Chipmunk.
I know Dramatic Chipmunk.
Prairie Dog.
But I didn't know if. Oh, so I think that is. So the original video was the dog going crazy over the cupcakes. But let's just watch the revelation.
Okay, go ahead.
Away. Away.
E equals more cupcakes squared.
Stay away.
Stay away. Dude, play the first one. I love when people do these.
The Crazy Eyes Cupcake,
Right
this
here.
one?
Dramatic Dog Cupcake.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that was just. How about just. That's okay, never mind.
You thought it was going to be like
I want
the
to see like
Dramatic
the
Chipmunk?
actual footage. Was this like dog trainers or something?
Oh, first off, this is from It's Me or the Dog, one of my favorite new dog television shows ever.
Is it train? Is how to train dogs?
It's basically this British chick who is, and I know I would get her name in like 2 seconds, but her her big thing is she is basically the UK's version of Cesar Millan. So she had a dog show called It's Me or the Dog in Europe that was basically like the Dog Whisperer here.
Gotcha.
Where like people would be like, our dogs are eating the thing, and she'll come in and be like, this is why, because you don't know how to handle a dog. And I was like, oh, all right, thanks. Oh, now she's perfect, thank you.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So she actually came to the States, and so they do this for Animal Planet through the States at the States as well. But that is freaking hysterical.
So
the
awesome.
eyes on that dog.
Anytime you can get a dog to not eat a cupcake, that's pretty amazing.
Well, it's really funny because
I have a hard time believing that this is just done with treats and shit, though. Because
What?
that dog looks like it's been beaten. Or like, you know what I mean? She's like, stay away. You'll get beaten. You know,
No, there's no beating.
dude,
There's no beating just because the boogla eyes are going.
Exactly. I have a feeling the
Dude.
dog whisperer is like, hey, let me borrow your dog
Look.
for a week, and when it comes back, it'll be trained. And it's like intense beatings on the dog.
Look, there have been
I think it's
rumors
a
of
horrible
cattle
thing.
prods.
Exactly.
No, she goes and she says, look, just love the dog. And she only punches a little.
I hope that's the case.
She actually, I will say, she did a couple really, really interesting things, which is, you know, some dogs, most people when they go up to a dog at somebody's house or on
Put
the
your
street
hands
or
out.
whatever, no, they go right up into them and like, see here, smell my hand.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Not what you're supposed to do
Why?
at all
They wanna
to
smell
a
and
dog.
get used to you
No, they do not at all. First off, the other thing is humans, we like to make eye contact because it makes you trustworthy and all that stuff. Dogs, eye contact is a threat to a dog. So if you see a dog that you don't know who's like a little skittish, you tend to try to make eye contact with the dog, which is a threat in dog speak, and you go straight into them with your hand, which is like not what you want to do when somebody doesn't, you know, when you're meeting somebody for the first time.
I do. I go like this. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, and that
Like-
makes a lot of people uncomfortable. So what she said, which is actually really great, is if you're meeting somebody and their dog, the best thing to do is to not look the dog directly in the eye.
What if it's going to attack your ass? How are you going to know?
Well, you can kick it. And first off, they'll usually growl before they bite. And then turn sideways so you're not as imposing a figure, right?
Okay.
And then just inch to the dog slowly with your hand by your side. And let the dog come to your hand to smell it to make sure that you're okay. And I've actually done that. A buddy of mine, Jerry, my buddy Jerry has a dog that when you first show up is a little skittish.
Yours
and
is
as
a
soon
little
as
like that, too.
Well, she just barks
She
at
barks
people.
a shit ton, yeah.
But she's not really skittish. She just
No,
barks at people.
just barks.
Because she'll go up to you, be barking at you, tail wagging, pet me, but be barking.
Right.
But his dog is a little skittish, and as soon as I saw that episode of It's Me or the Dog, I did it. I walked into the thing, turned sideways, did not look at the dog, put my hand down and slowly inched towards the dog. The dog didn't bark at me at all, and just came right up and started smelling my hand and pet me. It was like, pet me, dude. It was like, pet me. And the dog was like, anyway, It's Me or Dog.
Watch it.
Stillwell is the lady's name. I can't remember what her first name. Victoria Stillwell, that's
Nice.
what it is.
All right,
First
people.
email. First email is actually a little snail mail. What's up? Yeah, pick that bad boy up. So we got this in the mail, and we just had to talk about it. Look at this frickin' thing. So here's the letter. Hey guys, we thought you might get a kick out of this. We've been watching Diggnation as we work in our shop for a long time. Here's for all the good times. Thanks. Keep up the good work. Jay, Pete, Frank. The Mighty World Model Shop. How
Dude,
great
their
is
little
that?
laptops have dig.com on them. Like, can
Yeah.
you, oh, it's got all my stickers on the back.
Yeah, dude, where have you been?
Holy shit, they even got Please Dress Me.
I know, dude. All of them, Wine Library,
The little
Dig, Revision 3, Laughing Squid, the whole 9
Look
yards.
at that.
P.S. These
feels
are
like-
handmade prototypes that are glued solid, so they're kind of fragile. Don't do anything crazy. But we threw in, this is my favorite part, we threw in an extra Kevin and Alex. They're not glued, so you can mess with them because their arms and legs move. How great is that?
Glenn, can you get it on my, get on my shoes on that one. They're the exact same shoes I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, dude, here. Wait, turn your ankle. More like that. Wait, okay. Huh?
I can't hold my leg like this forever.
Don't move,
I can't hold my leg like this forever.
It's good.
It's hurting.
9, 18,
I gotta
17.
move it. It's falling asleep, falling asleep.
Okay. Love it. That is really good, dude. They nailed us. They even got...
Oh, it's got the cat too.
I know, Pusquito. What are you talking about? Don't pull that off. It's glued. What are you
I
doing?
kind of want them to move around.
Don't. They're glued. They're glued.
That's awesome.
So thanks, guys. And yeah, we'll keep up the good work. You guys keep up the good work.
Yeah.
What up?
Do they have a website or anything? Like more people would want?
They have this... It's called Mighty World. I don't know if they have a website. I'll look it up while you're reading your email.
All right, next email from Bobby. Hey, Kevin and Alex, just wanted to let you know that the film Air Force One with Harrison Ford reveals that there is an actual escape pod in the belly of Air Force One.
Oh.
This, of course, is sufficient evidence for nerds like ourselves who acquire all knowledge solely from Wikipedia and movies. Also, here are some Diggnation t-shirt pics from my wedding / trip / honeymoon to Southeast Asia this past summer. One is the front of in Malaysia.
That was amazing. What was that?
Someplace in Malaysia. The other was taken in front of the ruins of Angkor Wat, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Love the show, Bobby. Dude, check this out. Look at that.
What? Oh, dude.
How cool are those ruins? I mean,
We gotta travel somewhere
I
really
know.
crazy. You know what I mean? Like we go to London, wah. We gotta, you know what I mean? Like, wah. We gotta go someplace that's like
dude,
crazy.
You know where we need to go? First of all, look at this.
Like Quetzalcoatl or something. Oh yeah, that's in what's it called?
Kuala
Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur, that's where it is.
So, we need to travel. We should do something. We always do like one international trip per year. Where would we go this year? I want to go back to Japan.
I want to go to Australia, dude. We haven't even been to fucking Australia.
I love Australia people out there.
I know. We've been talking about Australia since the cows came
But
home.
what is there to do? There's just like
Girls. What do you mean? What is there to do?
You're
There's fucking
engaged.
jumping spiders. Yeah, but when you're on a fucking continent,
which you are.
I am. What am I doing here? Why am I wearing pants?
Dude, we should.
There's so much to do.
I don't know. Why don't we do something crazy like Thailand?
I don't know.
They have ping pong shows.
I don't want to see that
I'm just
ping pong
kidding, I don't
show.
either. But I would like to go to some.
You're like, neither am I. What are we talking about?
No.
We could go to like
Nepal.
No.
Nepal?
Come on, Nepal. I'm just gonna put this out there right now. Hippie has no say in where we're going.
Nepal could be awesome.
No, what are you doing?
Dude!
Don't just have that moment. First off, what have you been smoking that it took you 20 minutes to realize what Hippie said?
That's a good question. I was just saying some shit. You know how Hippie rambles sometimes. You don't pay attention all the
That's
time.
true. I agree with that.
No offense.
Love you, Hippie.
So, wait a minute, we'll figure it out later. Why are we figuring this out on camera?
I don't know. Let's talk
I
about it.
felt as almost the show was over. We're just like, where should we go? What else
We
do
are,
we have?
basically.
Is that it? Is that the last email?
That's it. Well, we had a printed one and an email one.
Cool.
All
Thank you
right.
for watching this episode of Diggnation. I am twitter.com/Kevin Rose.
I'm twitter.com/Alex Albrecht. Until next time, we will see you later. Boop, 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 boop.